Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. I hope you can hear me. So I'm filming right now in the entrance of my family's house. So sorry if there is some background noise, but it's my birthday today. It's great. So I got some new presents from my family over, and they are very nice. So I will showcase them here in this video of my new birthday haul. And I got quite a lot of stuff, and also a very surprising that you would never guess that I would get. If you're wondering how old I am, I'm as old as this orca over here, by the way. Okay, so my first one is the Collect Day 2015 sponsors. I literally have my knife right under here, like one of you jumping figures, underneath my iPad just so that it can just stand upright, but this is the Collect Day 2015 sponsors. I already have like a small mini one which I repainted to look like the JP3 Spinosaurus, and this is this is one of the big ones. There's like two bigger ones, but I got the small one too. Even though I got a small one too, I still love this. It's still an amazing figure. By the way, this is just there's a nice dry brushing over here, by the way. But I'm gonna go into the colors. But the colors over here are very nice. Like you got like a nice beige over like quite a bit of the figure, and then some beautiful green colors here, which is kind of like it's like kind of the type of forestry type look that the Sahara had back when the sponsors lived there. But then there's some and there's a nice white underbelly, which by the way I will remove the tag there. Okay, but there's some like green here on the like yellow on the crest, and then there's red on the back of the skull. And now it's focusing. And then also a black eye. I like that those black eyes. It just seems to be natural. And there's the mouth has this. My damn camera won't focus. I do not know what's wrong with it, but there's clearly something wrong with it. But hold on 1 second. Okay, there's the figure not focusing, the camera focusing. So it has some nice white teeth with a type of like flesh tone color for the mouth. There's some light here, but it has some nice pinkish tones. The mouth members there are also not painted in that color, which is not something really so common. Now, today it was in 2015, way before they found out they had a paddle tail. So this is not, you just need to add a paddle tail to make this come to an accurate, but it's still a very nice tail design indeed, because it is crocodile like dinosaurs. So yeah, got nice brown dots on it. So yeah, and then it's like beautiful with this long, beautiful tail. And on the hands, there's some nice black claws, and one thing I like is that they don't have any sloppiness, unlike Schlag. Schlag has literally like quite a bit of sloppiness with the paint. This one here is also has that. To be honest, it could be an Uncle Walker or could be just up here on the pole, so I think it would be easier just for Knuckle walking. Then we have its reduced hind legs, which even though it's reduced in like with less bigger type meaty theropod, like it's still a big theropod. It's still fearsome even when it's quadrupedal with shorter legs, but you can see it has very nice. Come on, why does someone have to be there? Okay, but I think I need to angle it down real quick. But you can see there is some nice paint on there, even on the dew claw, unlike Mattel does. And then the same goes to the other feet. Foot. And for sculpt, this thing is gorgeous because the crocodile tail, with like many different scales and that, like a chunk like here out. It's not, it's like intentional, but it's intentional by sculpt. But it could be like a gash that was clawed up by some other dinosaur, which would be a little like heel. That would be cool. Nice little spines. I don't think that the real sponsors would have such, but it's still very cool. Some osteoderms, which we don't have any proof of, but it's still very nice that it's there. Nice scale detail, and this ridge here is just beautiful with that. Then my camera will not really focus so good. Yeah, and there's some nice scales on there with and around the eye with the red. and a nice crest sculpting. Teeth are 10 billion times better than Schleich. Schleich's is just not really that good because it's literally just freaking blocky looking to me. And so this in here is still a very great figure and I love this. And I will do size comparisons later. So I will do size comparisons of other figures next to the figures that I have. So yeah. So we can now move on. Next up I got the Safari LTD Allosaurus. Like started off on Discord literally because it looked green, it looked like moldy cheese. But I can see why, because if I made it just look green in that, like I know even on camera, like I know on camera it looks like type of forest green, but but in person it's more of a like in person it's actually like more of a yellow ochre color right here. So that light green is actually just yellow ochre. Just in the camera it just isn't picking. It's just that the camera can't pick up the actual color. So it might look green on camera, but it is actually more of a yellow ochre color. So yeah, I just wish the camera could pick it up. But yeah, there's like darker green. I can tell you that I can speak. I know what I have the figure, so I can tell you the actual color. So it's like a nicer darker green here with that yellow ochre, and which is appearing green camera. Nice red and red eye, which is very cool. Teeth are also still better than Schleich's, which I prefer Safari LTD over Schleich because they do accurate, scientifically accurate figures in this type of style, and they do the teeth much better. Like this is so much better than what Schleich does. And yeah, and there's the underbelly here for Cloaca again. Nice sculpting, and the text here, and also nice. And then for the sculpting here on the hands look meaty and dangerous, and that the arm and the legs here, the sculpting looks amazing. Like the calf here's like, this one here's like leading forward. Then there's the ankle over here, which has some my camera, there's something wrong with the camera, yeah. Then here we get into the toes. Like this whole section is the foot, but these are toes. I just call them toes. But this here is the claw and the ankles, and then the underside of the foot, and quite good. And same, it's just about like it's leading forward, but still like just about the same, just with a coat number there. Nice white underbelly, and that sculpting there's nice, and the sculpting on the teeth is just purely gorgeous, and I just love that. And eye is nice. Paintwork is also done better than what Schleich usually does, and the color scheme I just love. So yeah, this guy here I'm definitely gonna have, and like the Savannah vlog together, so I definitely need him to be in there. So yeah, I will do size comparisons with this amazing figure later, but I don't know why they have warning to, like, so many companies they added there, but they still like warning choking hazards for small parts. This thing does not come with any small parts, so I have absolutely no idea why the hell they add that when there's literally no hazard like that. But it's not like they can shove a freaking Allosaurus down there for it, but okay. Then there's oh, hold up, let me just look over here. Okay, I'm just gonna turn it off. Hold up. Okay, no. Okay, didn't turn it off really good, but oh, just snap at that. So it has some facts here. It says Allosaurus was a large predator of the Jurassic period and preyed up on dinosaurs like stegosaurus. Yeah, it could hunt stegosaurus, just that it was dangerous. It would need to do that in a pack, or just it would need to do that like a pack to kill it. So yeah, I love this. This is a must-have figure, and I'm so glad I have it in my collection. So we can move on to the next figure. So over here I have the giant short-faced bear. I just love this. This is one, like, I saw Wolf Dog Productions opinions on that, which, by the way, I missed that she doesn't respond to me. Please respond to me, bro. Anyway, what's over here is a must-have figure. I don't know why she said that that it's not. It clearly is. Like, this is like much better than you would think. And also, it's still great because no company like this has ever really done an Arctotherium. I thought it was Arctotherium Gustin, but the information text says it's Sinus or whatever. So yeah, but we can move now. Look at this. So My camera is not focusing. Can I just show Winnie the Pooh over here? It's still not showing you. Okay. Well, I don't know why my camera is so weird. Yeah, but it has some nice, beautiful teeth here, like, and then a beautiful tongue, which that extends all the way to the back of the, like around here, like I think, like here maybe. It has some nice painted teeth all the way back in there. It's very hard to see because of the shadows. Then we got to the nose, nice wrinkles here for that, where it's roaring, and that with eyes that are done so good. Like, look, there's the eyes, they're beautiful. There's also the ears, they look quite good and sculpted, and the main head is just amazing. Then the fur detailing is about the same in nearly everywhere. Then there's nice, thick, giant, very big arms of this thing, like of this animal. Okay, please ignore that. But yeah, we have some nice palms over here of the hand with some nice claws over here. They look very good, and they don't have any sloppiness for me. And then that applies to the other one here. Very beautiful. This over here just looks like what a real thing would kind of like be. And then there's the short-tailed has text over here, that's by collect day. And then there's the feet. The feet over here, some nice detailing, and then the nice toe claws. And some dry brushing here and then painting over here, like dry brushing here with like a base type brown with some nice dry brushing of some like light brown. Then there's like, this beautiful this is kind of like a sun bear kind of, but like it's like a pan like white here with some like look, some orange like dry brushed over like airbrushed over it with it like coming like from like a triangle to bending here and then curving outward like this. And I just love the color scheme. It just looks so nice. It's like, do not listen to what Wolfdog Production says. This is an amazing Winnie the Pooh. Yes, I love this. This literally is, I think, a very, very great Arctotherium figure of the giant short-faced bear. You can see why, because it's big and it has a short face, shorter than any modern bear, really. I love our giant short-faced bears, and I'm glad that Collector made a figure of this amazing beast. So then I'm going to tell the facts. You can skip this if you want, and I might add a little timestamp or not. It just depends if I'm lazy or not. But it says over here that giant short-faced bear, an enormous prehistoric bear, and one of the largest known terrestrial carnivorous mammals known to paleontology. I don't know why it says science, it just doesn't make sense. Arctodus simus. It's not Arctotherium angustum like I thought. Fossils have been found throughout North America. It had a short, deep, and snout compared to most living bears. This feature was the inspiration behind their common name, giant short-faced bear, or just short-faced bear. But giant short-faced bear is really the more common one because it's giant and has a short face. The closest living relative is a American spectacled bear, which I never knew existed before that, which is nice. This bear, like most bears, probably ate both plants and animals and likely scavenged the kills made by other predators. Well, I didn't know that would scavenge like prey like that. And it died around went extinct around 12,800 years ago. So yeah, that's wild. And I think it says some more here. Not just warning. Okay. Here's some more of that. Giant short-faced bear, Arctodus simus. It's a pronunciation, named by and scientifically described in 1854, and also means bear tooth. That's actually a very sick name. With diet being omnivorous, group is Ursidae and Tremarctinae. I never heard of those, but okay. And period of Pleistocene, right here about, yeah. And then some nice photography of it in snow. I don't know why it's in snow, but it's still a very cool one. I definitely recommend this figure. This is a great Winnie the Pooh. So I'm moving on to the final figure that I got before. I don't know about the big one, but I just want to say that There is one figure I was meant to get, and it was shipped to the wrong place. And it's by I'm not gonna say I'm gonna tell everything that happened in its separate review because it didn't come on time, but let's just say it's by a very special person that also lives in South Africa. Yeah, and makes figures. I think you guys might tell, but yeah. So I will now show my absolutely gorgeous Papo sponsors. This is my first Papo figure and Papo dinosaur ever, like official one. Yeah, this is literally just, it looks like the JP3 one. Besides that, the second finger for us on them really just has the big claw, which is what their sponsors had, unlike the JP3 one. Yeah, I can begin with the sculpt. My camera doesn't focus, but I'll just keep ignoring that because it doesn't want to stop it. Yeah, some beautiful scales on here. Like it has a beautiful wash, like over the whole thing with like whitewash and some dry brushing, which makes it just look so beautiful. Then there's some nice, and then there's also like nice sculpt here with these things, and I don't know what they're called. Then nice wrist outline skull with the eye fenestre, nostrils being up here, so that I can just breathe while it's swimming, and it has articulated jaw. So yeah, and then the teeth much better than Shark again. Like that's beautiful. That has a beautiful sculpt on the membranes there. Nice upper jaw sculpt, if you can, yeah, there, with a beautiful sculpt on the tongue. It's just this thing here just has a realistic sculpt. Then there's nice scaling here. More scales, like this is like kind of armory. Then the body over here, it has some nice like creases here of like the arm moving in that, and then the ribs here, the ribs look much better than what Mattel does in the hand collection. Yeah. Underneath, by the way, it has some beautiful semi-crocodilian type scales here. Like look at that, it is so beautiful. It also does have the text underneath there, with some beautiful scaling and that. It goes all the way down the tail nearly. And I will rip this tag off just because it's again a unnecessary choking hazard. But yeah, we'll put it off. Just wanted to show it because it has a gold tie for some reason. So yeah, it's a bit weird. I'll just and with some up here that continues with the rest of the scales. Beautiful, I just love it. Color scheme is gorgeous, nice gray. It's like if it had taken the day before and just removed the white and some of the white and the red. But yeah, and the sail is like some nice faded of that black, which goes over here as well. And purple, blues, and whites. Nice space and that with gray and that beautiful green eye and black, like darker. Finish around the eye, and then a finger, and then the claws here, which are nice, by the way. I just forgot to do the sculpt real quick, but they look nice. They look a bit skinny, but sculpting is nice. Love scoots. Same goes for legs. They are amazing. Same for the underside. Looks so damn good. Then to the mouth again, with some nice bit of dry brush in there, like up here especially, and then the teeth and nostrils a bit. So yeah, I love this Spinosaurus. This literally just looks like JP3 Spinosaurus, aka Snork, just without the most of the white and the red. So I really love this figure, and there's a guy called Red Dragon who was the inspiration for my Spinosaurus videos I do, and he had Spinosaurus live with Spyro, and I want to do my own Spinosaurus live tape series, and I might use this guy in there because we use the same one. So yeah, definitely recommend this figure as well. So let's move on to the big reveal. So you still will not expect this, but guess what? I have the egg. Look, I have the egghead. So I'm just gonna tell you like the story of how I found it. Like I like it was like at Toys R Us when we went there we just went there and drank milkshakes, and that was very lovely. But yeah, we just went there, and there was like some real stuff like the Myosaura and Pseudoceratops, Rebirth again. I'm talking about Rebirth from the Pseudoceratops. Myosaura, Utahraptor, Yanni, Biomlasmosa, a few Biomlasmosas, one tailfresher Spinosaurus, and hold on, and I think like some other like the Indoschlentivia and Monolophosaurus, which the Monolophosaurus is just a repaint, and like a few other figures that I just can't think of right now. Like I think there's like a few others in there, and yeah, Tappy Jar, which is my most favorite pterosaur yet. And those figures were very good. Like I love that tailfish sponsors. But at the top, I found the Distortus Rex, which Toys R Us here is still here in South Africa, and I did not expect this egghead to be there because, again, I never expected Toys R Us to have that. And also, how many times will I can ignore that? But I did not expect Toys R Us to have it. And also, there was only this is the only one there, and also usually in South Africa for us, like on Amazon, like it takes 1 or 2 months for the stuff to get there, to get here, and on Amazon after the figure releases in like the UK and that. So yeah, and I was really lucky to score my precious egghead. And I did buy him, and he was for sale, although he was the only one I found. And I'm so glad I have him. He's my precious egghead. I love you. Yeah. But I wish I filmed it on my mom's phone there, but I only thought of that when she was busy paying for it, so I didn't manage to film it. But this guy was literally the only Distortus over there, so yeah. This is the Distortus Rex, and I'm just going to show off the box. So the box shows that art impression. I'm not going to want to show for too long. Rumble Rampage, the Distortus Rex, Jurassic June logo with a nice red and grayish black color, whatever that is. Which my friend Ian is not really like obsessed with it, but I like it. And then there's some nice foliage over here, like with that usual background with nice cliffs over there, and also it continues here at the bottom with some nice, also something that not a lot of people know. There's some nice rainy type look for the background, which is so reminiscent of the original Jurassic Park and rain. So it's just vividly envisioning them. And then we have it showing what I can turn, and try me there in the bottom with Esai. I think that's Spanish or Mexican. I don't know how to speak them two languages, but that's clearly one of those two languages. Trying one of those two languages with and for some reason and the sound there, and then on the other side, once we turn this to the whoops, well, I guess I don't know why. Oh, nothing wrong. I don't know why it's like slanted a bit, but and the name Distortus Rex, which I nickname him Egghead. So just as a little fact, or some people just somehow don't know, there's literally these feet are the feet here are embedded with those plastic stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna use my knife again. I know how to use a knife, so yeah, and also I'm just gonna cut that off there. So yeah, I'm just. And then over here, I just got my Distortus Rex here. Oh, I just technically fell. I don't know why I put that in. I just put them in there. And I did move it while I was there, so yeah, that's why it's on a bit hidden. But we finally have the Egghead Overlord. I love him. He's the new king of the Jurassic franchise. Like this thing here is quite big, and I'm just gonna go over the sculpt here. Like there's here some beautiful fine scales here on the lower jaw, and that's for every part, and the mouth isn't really that detailed, and the teeth, besides the tongue, is kind of somewhat. And then there's the place where the teeth would go, and then the nostrils over here, and then with beautiful scaling here, and the eye over here. It's quite nice with some wrinkles here and that. Nice bulbous beluga head with some nice bigger scales and small scales and that here, which is really cool. It makes it look a bit more natural. The same goes with the costume, but yeah. Then there's some wrinkles in that in the neck here. It's quite soft underneath here, but here it's quite nicely detailed. Then here it has some textures from above, and wrinkles over here and that. Then over here in the body we have some of that here, but then it just goes into some scales. Beautiful scaling here, nice wrinkles here. And the ribs, but they're seriously very faint. So yeah, this is very faint over here. And flip the other way around again. And the arm over here, very nice with the sculpt detail. The one thing is here that there's a bit of glue here. It doesn't hinder the mobility, it makes the elbow shine here. There's a bit of run, but it's not really so bad for me because it doesn't hinder anything. It wasn't really noticeable till later, but yeah, it's not really animal. Yeah, just non-articulation right now. But it has nice brown, which fades up into there with bigger scales, and then very beautifully done hands. Very nice. This here, literally, there's the thumb. Like the thumb, and then this finger here on humans is like this one here, and then that one if I go to the middle one, but yeah, this for us at least. And nice scales over here with unpainted claws. Also, the feet are a separate plastic insert, which is very nice. It's a bit hollow here, but it's fine. I love this because before they were painted, and that means that it could cost Italy, but one other thing is that the paint would also rub off because there's just the paint wears off. But with these new one, it makes it cuts down on the cost of a paint application with nice scale detail. This for some reason swivels. I don't know why. It would break its damn tail. Then it ends here. And again, underbelly is quite softly detailed, as per usual. But with some wrinkles in there, just very softly detailed. And for the small and arms, it's like Rex arms, and they look nice with the sculpting detail. The scoots here on the fingers look really good. If you're a T-Rex lover who actually cares about this poor thing that's suffering in pain, then this is a must-have figure you must get. I just love this big bulbous egghead beluga whale dinosaur. I just love it. So we now get into some of the articulation. We have the articulation. This specific one here, like ratchety, like you can pose it like the elbow, the shoulder. You can pose the shoulder just like you can only pose it by moving it forward and backwards. Like moving it outwards like this is part of the action feature. So yeah, you can move it, just that you can't move it outwards. You can only move it forward and backwards, which is, let's say I have a ratchetty joint. Here it has a small nice elbow joint, which looks nice. That's really just so freaking bulbous and big. It's nice. And then here's this articulation in the wrist of our egghead. Okay, so the first action feature will be done by twisting the tail. It's kind of like the primal attack figures, so yeah. I'm going to use my comparisons, but I'm just going to demonstrate on here, and yeah, you can whack them. That's literally so freaking awesome, dude. This is good, like if you have like a scientist and you can do that scene from the second trailer, which I will recreate with my Bass and Valley Adventures type figures in my recreation, which I will just customize and look like them. There's 3 modes. I keep forgetting which one's which. So there's the one before that. I think it's trying me maybe. So yeah. So yeah, it shakes there. So here's the middle one. I love these switches. It means that you don't have to take out the battery, especially if like in a series like you have one shot where it works and the other shot when you don't. And then you don't have to go back and then unscrew it, and that just helps a lot. But this is it. I think it's off. It's off. It doesn't. Yeah. So this is great. So this off mode is very great for people who don't want it to shake for like trailer recreations or other series or whatever. So yeah. this thing does extend a bit wider. And then there is office middle, and then I think this is triangle here. And then this is it. Yeah, it shakes like that. Yeah, people say that it shakes in pain, and I can see why, but still, like, it is probably for the same reason why the epic roaring T-Rex has a shaking feature, because it was just make it roar realistically. And I think, I just look at this thing. I know that David did say that it is in pain, but it doesn't necessarily mean that when it shakes here, it is in pain. I think that every single time here that it shakes, it is in pain. I just make like if it's in just roaring realistically, because if this thing is apparently having seizures, and apparently epic roaring T-Rex, which I'm getting, is having one apparently. Lol. Yeah, this is. I do love this because you have so many different options. Like off is very great for people like me who just sometimes just don't want it to have sound, which is very great. See it like speeds up and then slows down and then speeds up again. You saw that. Shouldn't do that. Hold up. Yeah, you saw that it like was slow and then sped up and then slowed and then sped up again. That I just love. And then I can just switch it to I just love this. Anybody who's a Direct lover, buy this instantly wherever you get it. Buy it instantly. Yeah. I'm definitely going to get the other one, the Distorted Iron Escape set. I recommend this a lot. But then here's the one. This is why I got the Anomalous, because look, it's in cross-position again, but still, this here is about the size of them. And again, stop making Indominus wings. Spinosaurus wings. It has more experience and can target the arms and snap the arm and arm's neck. Come on, Spino wins, bro. Come on. Why? Spinosaurus wins, Indominus loses like 90% of the time. Yeah. So overall, I really enjoyed these birthday birthday presents I got from my family, and the figures I got at Toys R Us, especially that T-Rex. I'm very, very happy that I got that because I never expected it. But I really, really enjoyed what I got here for my birthday, and I hope you liked this birthday haul video. So I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.